Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And a very good, pleasant Monday afternoon. I bid to all my beloved students H2P5. Okay, so this week we would like to continue our lesson. Okay, we cannot wait anymore class. But tomorrow class, we're going to have our experiment photosynthesis, experiment 11. So please take note and get ready for our face-to-face experiment tomorrow class. Okay, so before we can proceed, let's start recite doa dulu. Okay, so teacher nak you all bacakan Al-Fatihah sama-sama kelas. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, so okay class, so we are going to proceed our tutorial today. Okay, so teacher hope all of you please, okay, but before that for all my students, okay, please stay safe, okay, take care of yourself and make sure everybody in the good condition. Okay, kita selalu doakan everything will go fine. Okay, basically class our tutorial we continue with chapter 5. Okay, so cikgu boleh nampak for those yang belum lagi belum drop your names, please drop your names kelas. Okay, so cikgu nampak Awatif, cikgu nampak Faiz, okay, Nurin, Dania, Miza, Awai, Steven, Uzaifa, Nazif, Danu, Andrew Pang, Wani. Right, so please let another friends Auni, okay. Okay, Easy, saya negatif COVID, positif, happy. Alright, very good, Easy. Okay, a very a very Alhamdulillah, syukur okay, for those yang sihat, positif, please maintain that, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do today class, this afternoon, teacher nak continue chapter 5. Okay, kalau you all tengok pada our notes page 67, that one is more for you to read up on your own. Okay, cikgu itu more to your reading class that one is so simple, it's very direct, you all boleh read up on your own. Okay, but today teacher nak terus kepada 5.1.1 which is glycolysis. Okay, the introduction tu you all boleh read out on your own. So today teacher nak discuss dengan you all, okay, the tremendous process of glycolysis. Okay, so when mentioned about glycolysis, it takes 10 step. 10 step kelas. So this step is under considered as ClO3. Apa maksud ClO3 class? ClO3 means it can be asked in your structure and as well as your essay. Okay, so let's begin. Teacher would like you to turn on page 71 class right, 71. Okay, the process of step of glycolysis. Petang ni cikgu nak buat go through 10 step 71, 72 and 73. Okay, they are the page 71 is the diagram and 72 until 73 is the explanation about it class, elaboration about it. Okay, so cikgu tak nampak lagi Burhan ni. Burhan munculkan diri. Burhan lagi all my girls yang lain Laura. Okay, okay, please kelas make sure kawan lain tolong inform Chaili, you nampak Chaili ni, Filzah. Okay, so let's begin Right, okay. Basically, when you want to the topic chapter 0.5 is a very interesting topic, class. Right, cellular respiration and fermentation is a very popular topic where you are going to learn, okay, all about the step how to break down satu glucose je. Sebiji glucose je, kelas Okay, in order to break this one molecule of glucose that you already learned on chapter 1 last semester. Okay, where this formula molecule is CH C6 CH C6 C6 H12 O6. Okay, you already know the class and our our glucose bukan beta beta glucose lembu. Okay, herbivore semua beta glucose. So kita adalah alpha glucose Okay, that one teacher nak just recall balik your lesson during your sem 1 dulu about knowing the molecule of molecule of life. Okay, right. So for process glycolysis there are 10 step class They involve 10 step. Okay, boleh dengar cikgu kelas Kalau boleh dengar tolong drop in the meeting chat and please juga interact dengan teacher in the meeting chat. Okay, so please keep on telling your friends that this afternoon class teacher handle using StreamYard. Okay, so to reduce the reduce problem internet low so cikgu harap dengan StreamYard ini will help you better kelas Right, so after this nanti cikgu akan we try to arrange before cuti semester nanti you all present in front of the class okay, so let's start our lesson today. Teacher nak you all refer to our notes. Let's refer to page 70. Okay, kelas page 70. Right, okay. Kalau you tengok page 70, you need to illustrate to explain glycolysis pathway. Okay, where it from one molecule glucose to become 2 pyruvate. Okay, so there are 2 steps that involve kelas two phase. Okay, what we call the energy investment phase, 5 step, and energy payoff phase, 5 step lagi. Okay, so energy investment phase, invest ni apa kelas? Okay, kita guna dulu right? So there are 5 step and in this step you need to memorize all the names of the step. Cikgu ingat sini kelas you have to memorize all name of the step. Cuma untuk enzim, okay, kamu hanya perlu hafal yang ni kelas hexokinase and phosphofructokinase, 2 ni je. Okay, you need to memorize these two enzyme hexokinase and phosphofructokinase. Okay, ada 2 enzyme that you must do memorize. Okay, so dia kalian ingat this enzyme. These 2 enzyme because why? These are the 2 enzyme that involve in investment of ATP. Alright, so bila cikgu sebut saja ATP, apa tu ATP? Okay, class please respond to teacher. Class what is ATP? Okay, cuba respond dalam in our meeting in our class chat. What do you understand by ATP? Class, come on, teacher nak tengok your respond ATP. What is ATP? Okay, you may refer to our page 68 Okay, 68 even there is a diagram to show what is ATP. Okay, apa nama penuh ATP class? ATP stand for adenosine triphosphate. So when teacher mention ATP, okay, this is our chemical energy atau nama penuhnya. Okay, Wais, Farina, Pang, okay, type in the meeting chat Okay, Okay, cikgu nak you all familiar with the with the spelling class Okay, adenosine, T tu ialah tri, P tu ialah phosphate Okay, PHOSPHAT. Okay. Okay, so this is ATP class adenosine. Yes, Aliazati, very good. Adenosine. Okay, ejaan apa ni Aliazati? Okay, ada anu yes, adenosine triphosphate. Phosphate ejaan PHOSPHATE. Okay, so you have to memorize these 2 enzyme. Tolong type dalam chat class what are the 2 enzyme that you have to memorize? You have to memorize enzyme dekat step 1 dengan enzyme dekat step 3. Step 1 dengan step 3. So what are the enzyme? Hexokinase and phosphofructokinase. These are the two enzyme. Right? So let's start the class. Okay. The first step that involve, okay, tengok kelas the substrate that involve, okay, we start with glucose. Okay, the first level ataupun the first step is glucose. It akan energize. So how to energize the glucose? Glucose molecule ini kelas in order to break this molecule, kita kena bagi dia tenaga dulu. Right, so that's why dipanggil proses itu adalah phosphorylation. Okay, teacher, now you all bear in mind, right? If you turn to page kelas turn to page our notes, okay? Page 60. Can you please turn to page 70? 70 mode of ATP synthesis tu penting. Okay, and then kat mana phosphorylation ni? Okay, phosphorylation you all lihat kepada tak ada dalam ni. Okay, kalau page 67 tu the role of respiration ni kelas Okay, lihat pada muka surat 68. Okay, kelas muka surat 68, what is ATP? If you refer to our notes page 68, okay, ATP like you already mentioned, it is the energy carrying molecule. Okay, ATP ni ada 3 phosphate kelas 3 phosphate molecule. Okay, so in order to release the energy, okay, phosphate bond are hydrolyzed. Okay, so these 3 phosphate bond, these 3 phosphate akan hydrolyze. Okay, hydrolyze this phosphate. Okay, and it become ADP. Okay, ADP, at the same time one phosphate tadi akan bind to another molecule and hydrolyze, and it will this phosphate molecule will bind to another molecule and make it energetic. Okay, so in this case kalau tengok kelas glucose tiba-tiba dapat phosphate. Where does this phosphate come from? So this phosphate is actually come from the molecule of ATP, which is hydrolyzed. Okay, so that's why 3 ATP jadi 3 phosphate become 2 di tu 2 adenosine diphosphate. So mana pergi phosphate tadi kelas? So phosphate that hydrolyzed one ATP, okay, will be bind to the carbon 6. Carbon 6. That's why nama dia glucose 6 phosphate kat sini kelas. Okay, glucose 6 phosphate. So what is the enzyme that catalyze this step? Okay, this step what we call as a phosphorylation kelas. Phosphorylation means process the glucose accept the phosphate from ATP. So that's why we said that the carbon 6 of glucose is phosphorylated. Phosphorylated means dia dapat phosphate. Okay, so enzyme hexokinase, and as you can see here class, electrical charge phosphate group trap the sugar in cell since plasma membrane is impermeable to ion. So this is another strategy Tuhan aturkan the biochemistry process, so that when we give this phosphate, when the glucose accept the phosphate group, the phosphate molecule, it becomes ionic. Okay, so this will retain the glucose inside the cell. Tak boleh keluar kelas So senanglah kerja metabolism, okay, in the cell, right? Okay, so jadi glucose dapat phosphate attach dekat 6. 6 ni represent carbon kelas carbon number 6. Okay, so it become glucose 6 phosphate. Okay, you boleh setakat ni dapat kelas Okay, now glucose 6 phosphate ini actually the phosphate is outside the ring kelas Jadi how to sekarang ini kita nak break the bond. Okay, jadi macam nak buat? So dia akan isomerkan dulu. Okay, so glucose 6 phosphate tadi dia akan rearrange, like you all remember lagi kelas when we learn about the biocatalysis, okay, the type of enzyme which is isomerases, okay. So isomerase akan rearrange, okay. So the phosphate just now at carbon 6 will be rearranged and now it is now dipegang oleh carbon number still carbon number 6, cuma rearrangement tadi, okay, instead of like this, dia jadi fructose. Okay, daripada glucose dia jadi fructose. Tapi masih lagi 6 carbon. Okay, so isomer the glucose 6-phosphate become fructose 6-phosphate. So far boleh ikut cikgu kelas right? Okay, so that is step 2, isomerization. Step 2 is isomerization. Okay, so isomerization is the rearrangement of glucose 6-phosphate to the isomer fructose 6-phosphate. Okay, cikgu now you all drop in the meeting chat kelas apa tu? Name the enzyme in step 1 please. Name the enzyme in step 1 class please. What is the enzyme? You have to memorize the class Okay, kinase. Kinase sama kalau step 1 step 3. Step 1 step 3 kinase sama cuma sekarang ini ini adalah hexokinase sebab carbon 6 hexo. Okay, kalau kamu masih ingat lagi chapter 1, okay, last hexose sugar right? Okay, so ini yang bawah yang tadi ialah phosphofructose kinase Okay, so step 2 senang, step 1 senang, step 2 senang. Okay, now go to step 3. Okay, what drop in the meeting chat class Okay, hexokinase very good Pang. Okay, thank you Pang. Okay, step 3. Sama tak nama step 3 dengan step 1? Kelas sama tak? Step 3 dengan step 1? Step 3 dengan step 1 sama tak? Okay, so step 3 dengan step 1, again, it will undergo the same process, what we call as phosphorylation, like step 1 just now, where it involve another molecule of ATP. Right, so sekarang ni nak energizekan lagi this fructose 6-phosphate. So we bring in another molecule of ATP, another one molecule of ATP. Okay, so yes, very good Alia Izzati, Andrew sama Right, so sama nama dia. So that means now the ATP will hydrolyze to become ADP and the phosphate molecule, okay, just now that hydrolyzed from the ATP will bind to the carbon number 1. Okay, carbon number 1 kat sini kelas Ini carbon number 1. Ini carbon number 6 Okay, so another phosphate coming in from the ATP. So the enzyme that catalyze this step 3, okay, which is phosphorylation known as phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase. Okay, kelas So it will form, bila dah dapat 2 fructose, so nama dia adalah fructose dash 1,6 bis phosphate. Nampak kelas bis. Bis means gambarkan 2 molecule of phosphate. So please refer to our notes. Cikgu nak you all highlightkan on page 71. Okay, fructose dash 1,6 bis phosphate. Okay, fructose, dash 1,6 dash bis phosphate. Okay, so and then step 2, step 4, step 5 kamu tak perlu hafal nama enzyme. Okay, kelas you should be thankful to our syllabus. Okay, you only memorize 2 enzyme which is step 1 and step 3. Enzyme lain itu tak perlu in syllabus matriculation. Right? So you just concentrate on the name of the substrate for each level for each step. Okay, so step 3 phosphorylation. Now you go to step 4. Step 4 tengok-tengok tiba-tiba dah jadi 2 kelas di split. So step 4 is knowing as a splitting. Okay, the fructose dash 1,6 bis phosphate will split into become 2 isomer 3 carbon sugar Okay, and what is the name of the sugar, the 3 carbon sugar? Okay, so the 3 carbon sugar kalau short form ini you boleh panggil G3P. G3P. Okay, and the isomer is another one is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Cuba kali kelas dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Okay. Teacher, now you all alert the class. This is acetone Okay. So in our body, okay, our body will react as a G3P. So this dihydroxyacetone phosphate will isomerase to become G3P. So teacher nak you memorize kelas, G3P ini is our main substrate that undergoes step 5 Okay, step 5 is isomerization. Okay, isomerase catalyze the reversible conversion producing 2G3P. Okay, so next stage, okay, what we call as energy payoff phase, okay, energy payoff phase, okay, where it also involve a 5-step, okay, we are focusing on this molecule, this G3P, class, right? Okay, so far so good, boleh ikut kelas. Okay, recap balik the 5 step in glycolysis. Okay, first apa tadi kelas? Get familiar kelas there are 5 steps that split glucose into 2. Okay, into 5 steps that split glucose into 2 molecule G3P. Okay, and it consume ATP. So which step? Kelas step mana yang digunakan ATP? Come on, Faiz. Kita nampak Faiz ni. Oh, Faiz yang duduk rumah pun sama You all boleh join cikgu Okay, yang duduk rumah please respond teacher. Kelas. Okay, so please I hope you all boleh respond teacher kelas Satu dengan 3. Yes, good Awai. 1 dengan 3. Okay, 1 dengan 3 tu apa nama dia? Phosphorylation. Phosphorylation. Boleh kelas? Okay. So 5 step that split glucose into 2 G3P. So where is the step? Yes, very good Awais. Okay, it involves step 1 and step 3. So what is the name of the step class? Sama je. Step 1 dan step 3 ini known as phosphorylation. Okay kelas phosphorylation. Okay. So tulis besar-besar untuk kamu ingat PHOSPHORYLATION. 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 Okay. Phosphorylation is step 1 and step 3 where you consume or you use the invest dulu. Invest tu kat mana kelas? So investment berlaku pada step 1 dan 3. Cikgu ulang sekali kelas Ini soalan yang favorite sana dalam exam. Okay, where is the investment take place ataupun involved in step 1 and step 3? Okay, and the name of the process is phosphorylation. Okay, so that is first part of glycolysis. Is there any question? Okay, come on I hope I can see response from those at home. Kaisar, kita nampak Kaisar ni? Awati sudah nampak tadi. Nisa, Haikal. Faiz, Haikal, are you there? Okay, Faiz, Haikal. Cikgu nampak lagi Burhan. Burhan, come on. Burhan. Dania ada. Aida ada. Okay. Awati ada. Okay. Nazif ada. Laura, where are you? Laura? Okay, you are here. Babe. Okay, that's why sometimes cikgu harap after this you use your official name so that teacher boleh identify you macam Andrew tu tulis guna nama official. Okay, Alia Izzati. Okay, siapa lagi? Easy. Fakrul Razi Azrimi. Nur Auni Nadira. Okay, use your your official email kelas official name. Okay, so that teacher will detect tak tahu, cikgu tak tahu siapanya Faiz. Faiz. Hope Faiz sihat. Okay, settle the near class okay. Now go to the second phase. Okay, so what is the second phase? The second phase is now the time kita nak dapat balik kelas okay, energy yielding phase. Okay, energy yielding phase ataupun dalam nota kita dia guna pay off kelas Tadi invest, now kita nak pay off balik the energy that we use during step 1 and step 3. Okay, another 5 step you have to memorize, class. Okay, we start with apa tadi, class? Okay, G3P. 2 molekul Okay, 2 molecule of G3P. Atau nama panjangnya apa, kelas? Glyceraldehyde dash 3 dash phosphate. Okay, so kat sinilah bermulanya involvement of electron. Right, so let's start. Okay, if you can see the whole process of it, kelas Right, okay, you tengok tadi ni tiba-tiba ada ni. Okay, remember lah masa kita belajar biocatalysis. Okay, bila you sebut saja NAD, this is the example of cofactor. Anyone, siapa ingat lagi NAD plus ni untuk cofactor which one, class? Okay, someone, NAD ingat lagi tak NAD ni? Okay, NAD is the example of cofactor. Okay, di bawah jenis coenzyme. Okay, kelas NAD Okay, so what is the beauty of chemical reaction that involve here, class? Okay, teacher, now you all bear in mind, class Okay, so enzyme, the name of the enzyme tak perlu ingat dah, kelas so luckily you all tak perlu hafal dah this enzyme. Okay, dulu cikgu ingat anak cikgu masa dia asasi dekat asasi PASUM Pusat Asasi Universiti Melaya. Okay, she have to memorize all the 10 step, all the 10 molecules, all the 10 enzyme. Okay, macam cikgu tengok dia masa tu senyum je. Okay, then I told her anak murid Umi hafal 2 je enzyme. Okay, enzyme hexokinase dengan apa tadi? Kelas, hexokinase dengan step 3 iaitu phospho. Kelas, drop in the meeting chat kelas drop in the meeting chat. Okay, the enzyme for step 3 tadi phosphofructokinase. Okay, 2 tu je dia senyum je. Oh, untunglah. Okay, nak cikgu cakap Right, so cikgu nak you all please make sure kelas you able to understand this process. This process is not that complicated, but you have to understand step by step. Okay, now what happened to the G3P? Okay, G3P now will undergo, okay, kalau you belajar dalam konsep chemistry kelas bila cikgu sebut redox. Okay, redox reaction means oxidation and reduction. Okay, oxidation and reduction. So kalau oxidation apa kelas? Leo Oxidation is Leo. Leo means EO ni oxidize, okay? L ni means losing, E means electron. Okay, so oxidation is the process of losing electron. So we are going to apply this process in step 6. Okay, what is the name of step 6, class So step 6, Allahu Akbar, tersesasul cikgu, sorry Step 6, oxidation and phosphorylation again. Tadi cikgu, step 1 pun, step 1 dengan step 3 phosphorylation. Ya, betul tapi untuk step 6 ada 2 involvement, ada 2 proses kelas hilang elektron, oxidation, and also gain phosphate. Okay, oxidation ni hilang elektron kelas electron remove phosphorylation gain phosphate, dapat phosphate. Okay, so that is what you can see in this process where the G3P, okay, the glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate akan oxidize, that means hilang elektron. G3P ni bagi elektron kat siapa? So electron that been lost from the G3P will accepted by NAD plus just now. Okay, class. So NAD plus bila terima elektron, we call it as a reduction. Reduction is GER, class what you mean by GER? Okay, R ni ialah reduction process, G ialah gain, E ialah electron. Okay, so teacher nak everybody please respond to teacher kat situ, class. Wise yes, good, hexokinase. Okay, when teacher write down GER means apa, class? Okay, gain electron. Leo means lose electron. Right? So in this case, G3P lose electron where the process involved in oxidation. And who akan reduce atau terima the electron that lose by G3P? So it will be accepted by NAD+. So NAD+ terima electron, it will reduce to NADH. Okay, so NADH produce. Kenapa dua? Because like teacher mentioned just now, step 4 is splitting. Okay, so step 4 is splitting to the G3P. Jadi that two molecule of G3P will produce 2 NADH. Okay, alright. So settle oxidation. Okay, at the same time, okay, this G3P will phosphorylated. Apa maksudnya kelas? ATP akan phosphorylation kat sini. So glyceride 3 phosphate. Okay, dia akan phosphorylated on C1, then phosphorylated on C1. So as you can see here kat sini, okay, this G3P, okay, will become tadi molekul fosfat ada pada karbon 3 kelas. So sekarang ini molekul fosfat ada lagi satu, then will attach to C1. So dia akan jadi ni C1, ini C3, ini C1 Ini C1. So nama barunya ialah 1,3 bis. Bis means 2 fosfat kelas, 2 fosfat. Bis phosphoglycerate. Right? Kenapa ada 2 ni kelas? Because earlier it is from 2 G3P, 2 G3P. Okay? So this phosphate source is okay, yang ini kamu harus ingat kelas ni, mesti kamu tanya, cikgu tadi step 1 dengan step 3 phosphorylation, betul kan? Okay, untuk step 6 pun phosphorylation. But kat sini, remember kelas ni, the phosphate not come from the ATP. Dia tak datang pada ATP. The phosphate source is from the inorganic phosphate. Cikgu ulang sekali lagi kelas ni. Phosphorylation on step 6. Okay, the phosphate molecule is not from the ATP. Kita tak guna ATP dah second fasa. Okay, kita guna invest, kita masih guna yang phase 1 je, energy investment je. Right, okay, energy payoff atau yielding kita tak guna ATP lagi dah. Kita akan hasilkan ATP pula. Okay, so it produce 1,3 dash this phosphoglycerate. Okay, that is number 6. Okay, what happened to this 3 dash this phosphoglycerate? Okay, kita nak the phosphate kelas. Okay, jadi apa berlaku? Kat sini kita dah mula step 7, we dah start hasilkan ATP. Nampak sini kelas Okay, how the process to produce ATP at step 7, we call it as a substrate level phosphorylation. Cikgu ulang. Okay, SLP. SLP stand for substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, so step 7, phosphate from molecule 1,3 phosphate daripada karbon 1 tadi, okay, will undergo process substrate level phosphorylation where ATP is produced and daripada 2 bis fosfat dia jadi 1 tinggal lagi, dan fosfat itu attach to carbon number 3 kelas Okay, so ini carbon number 1 ini carbon number 1, 2, 3. Okay, next this 3 phosphoglycerate masih lagi energetic. That means we still can get the energy. The phosphate here we can make another energy. Okay, so before we can do that, these 3 phosphoglycerate okay, kena undergo step 8 kelas iaitu translocation. That means phosphate dekat karbon 3 tadi kita translocatekan dia kepada karbon 2. Dia bukan isomerization kelas Isomerization tu lain ni, rearrangement. Ini translocate. That means the phosphate from carbon 3 pindah ke carbon 2. Okay, so we call it a phosphate group translocation. Kalau refer to our notes, okay, on page apa tu? Page 73, okay, translocation of phosphate group kelas Okay, so now these two phosphorate akan undergo another step, same like what step number 7. Okay, what is step number 7 class? Step number 7, step number 7 tadi ialah apa tu? Substrate phosphorylation. Okay, step 9 belum lagi. Step 9 kita akan buang dulu air, remove water. Okay, so the 2 phosphoglycerate, kita remove air, it will form phosphoenol pyruvate. Okay, so the this when we remove the water, carbon number 2 and carbon number 1 will form double bond. Okay, right? Phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP, the short form. Okay, now this is the last stage, so which is very important. Okay, same like page 7 tadi, step 7 in class. Okay, the step 10 is known as substrate level phosphorylation, where the PEP, right, akan undergo phosphorylation, where this phosphate group, PEP akan bagi phosphate ni kepada ADP. Right, okay. So, bila phosphate was removed from phosphoenol pyruvate, the PEP becomes pyruvate. Carbon 3. Pyruvate ni ialah molekul 3 carbon ni kelas. Right, okay. And kat sini terbentuk lagi ATP. 2 ATP. So, all in, bila kita summary kan kelas, bila kita summary kan, ada berapa ATP that form kelas? Okay, kalau kita summary kan, okay, if you summary the process, okay, cikgu nak tambah satu lagi, new slide. Okay, let's summary the process. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, what happened in class during apa ni? So, you can wait Okay, kalau you tengok kat situ kelas in order to understand glycolysis, okay, glycolysis overall. Okay, overall glycolysis, you can see here on page 73, okay, the summary of glycolysis. Okay, kalau let's say kita ambil energy kelas during the energy investment. Okay, energy investment, ingat kelas step 1 dengan step 3 ini selalu jadi popular topic. Kenapa? Sebab ini berlaku apa kelas? The process that known as phosphorylation. Okay, ini adalah step 1 dengan step 3 kelas Okay, phosphorylation. Okay, so teacher now you all tulis juga kelas So phosphorylation is step 1 and step 3. Guna tenaga kelas ATP is used. Okay, so ATP use ATP is used. Berapa? 2 ATP. 2 ATP is produced is used kelas That is energy investment. Okay, di bawah energy payoff. Okay, di bawah energy payoff, right? Energy payoff, you all kena concentrate pada step 7 dan step 10. So what is step 7 and step 8 class? So step 7 and step 8 sama namanya, iaitu okay, ingat kelas substrate level okay, phosphorylation. Kita tak nampak Elsa Elsa ada tak ni? Okay, Elsa, Laura, PHOSPHORY, okay, phosphorylation. Substrate level substrate dengan antara substrate dengan level ada dash kelas substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, how many ATP is produced during step 7? Okay, step 7 produce 2. Okay, during step 7 ni produce 2 ATP. Step 10 juga produce 2 ATP. So all in there are 4 ATP produced. 4 ATP produced kelas So, bila kita summary kan glycolysis, the process glycolysis, berapa net, berapa ATP net terhasil kelas So, 4 minus dengan 2, net ATP that produce are 2. 2 ATP net produced during glycolysis. Okay, kelas 2 net ATP is produced. Okay, selain pada ATP, what is another molecule ataupun produce? Okay, it also produce 2 pyruvate. Okay, 2 pyruvate and also 2 water molecule and also 2 ni kat sini kelas 2 NADH. 2 NADH plus 2H plus. Right, okay. So that is all about the process of glycolysis. Okay, so do you have anything to ask class about glycolysis? Jadi cikgu nak you all tengok dalam muka surat 73. If teacher ask you NAD plus is example for apa tadi? Coenzyme cofactor type of coenzyme. So what is the function of NAD plus? Is an oxidation agent. Okay, NAD plus is oxidizing agent. And what is the function of NADH? NADH class NADH is the electron carrier. Okay, electron carrier. Mana dapat elektron tadi kelas? Elektron ini dapat daripada G3P. G3P oxidized now. G3P undergo oxidation, losing its electron. So elektron yang hilang tadi akan diambil oleh NAD+, okay, and convert to become NADH. So NADH act as an electron carrier atau juga dipanggil sebagai reducing agent. Okay, reducing agent ni kelas okay, so I think that's all for today. Okay, so hoping you all get the whole idea of what is glycolysis process. Okay, so Leo Ge, yes, Leo Ge, tolong take note kelas. Right, okay, so kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, do you have any question you want to ask me class? Okay, so your homework, teacher would like you to prepare. Jadi untuk kelas kita hari Rabu, okay, hari Rabu, okay, jangan lupa kelas petang esok ada UPS ya, UPS 1, make sure you all ready. Okay, so untuk soalan tutorial, okay, please get ready question on page 23 and page 24. Teacher repeat the class, okay, so please do tutorial question, okay, page 23 and page 24. Okay, we repeat class, page 23 and page 24, okay. Right, so that is your homework. And tomorrow, do not forget, we are going to meet face to face to handle your experiment photosynthesis. Okay, so we meet again tomorrow. Thank you class, take care, and we teacher jumpa you all tomorrow. Okay, class, bye. Assalamualaikum, see you.